What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Jay Randall, how you doing, sir? I know you're covered up.
Yeah,
There you go.
I knew you.
I
I knew
was
you had to
working on
know.
it. I was working on it. Dude.
I know, like for men, it's hard to multitask. We're like,
It-
oh.
it's been a night. It's been a night. Chris Cabral, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Sorry, Jay Randall, I cut you off. Go ahead,
Oh
sir.
no, that's fine, Brian. I'm used to it. Go ahead. Just kidding.
Wow, wow. How you doing?
Fine. I'm like waiting for you, and then you're still coming back to me. Jason doesn't want to talk anymore.
That awkward Jay silence.
Yeah.
I actually I'm not sure, but if you guys pay attention to the ticker on the bottom, I know there's an over under in Vegas right now for the number of times that Jay talks tonight throughout the show. This has been an ongoing thing. Vegas has picked up on this, and there's been some huge action on it. So
It's true. I can make you rich. Think about that.
yeah. So, I mean, get your bets in. I know it works on FanDuel and all those other things. So make sure you get your action in. Don't miss out on it. And Mr. Langston is in the house. What's going on, boys?
Thomas.
Eh?
Eh?
Facebook user says, "Is it on FanDuel yet?" Yes, it is. It is.
Sure is.
Under the Paddle and Fin podcast tab, over under on Vegas. Here it is. Vegas line on the number of times Randall speaks is plus 450.
That's right. You can get more info on our OnlyFans too. So you can go there.
Yeah, exactly. I think we got the queen back in here. She was having some technical difficulties. Susie Roloff, can you hear us now?
I can hear you now.
What?
Beautiful.
I can't, like I see her mouth moving. I can't hear.
All I know is Adam is probably going to get locked in a closet tonight, boys and girls, because he had the computer locked up, and I'm sure Susie went in and beat him up and threw him in the other room.
I mean, hey, you can say all you want about him. He's not here right now, so yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Langston asked what the spread is. It's plus 450, sir. Plus 450. Right. Get your bets in on the Vegas line for a number of times Jay Randall speaks tonight.
That's right. If you want an edge too, go to the Patreon.
I'm sure if you PayPal Jay, he will make sure he's in that realm.
That's true. You can go direct. That's fine.
So, boys and girls, a little over a week away from the wonderful Dale Hollow Lake Open. Who's excited? Because I know you guys have been blowing up the chat, screaming with excitement.
Yay.
Sorry, Jay.
Yeah, buddy.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thanks. She had mine all along, so sorry about that. No, it'll be fun.
If you guys aren't familiar, every year we hold a tournament on the beautiful shores at Dale Hollow Lake. HQ is at the beautiful Dale Hollow Marina, which is on the shores of the Obey River, which feeds into Dale Hollow Lake. The good folks at Eastport give us a very beautiful venue to set up in, have our check-in, our awards. Every angler that signs up for the event is getting dinner Saturday night after check-in. There's dollar drafts all weekend, food specials, all weekend long, sack lunches, dinners, pizzas, burgers, you name it. They got it. They got you taken care of. Lodging specials. We got free camping this year. The $50 a night in a luxury houseboat. There's maybe a cabin left. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked. But Drew Neer's in the chat. He's been one of our top finishers a couple years now. Says he's looking forward to another DHL trip. So, I mean, great stuff. I'm going to turn it over to Susie. I'm going to put it on her for a second just to kind of go over the rules, any changes, and like check in and things like that.
Sweet. Okay, so
After that, we'll get to the special announcements.
ooh, special announcement. Ooh, I'm curious. All right, folks. Bear with me a moment here. I'm getting everything brought up. But yeah, so we do have a couple of rule changes this year, in case you guys haven't been following with us the last few weeks, as we have brought up some updates for you. The first biggest rule change that we are having this year is the open mouth rule. So instead of any sort of open mouth, whether it be just a little bit or wide open, it's no longer going to be an inch deduction. Unless it's blatantly open and there's no attempt to close it, then it could be an inch or more or possible DQ. So what we're doing is if it's open just a crack and then like maybe just a little bit, it's only going to be a 1/4 inch deduction. If it's pretty wide open and there's no attempt to keep it closed or anything like that, then we could go up to a 1/2 inch to an inch larger. It is going to be judge's discretion for this. So keep that in mind as well.
Real quick, Richard just dropped in the chat. 1 cabin came available today.
Nice.
So there you go.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, let's see here. So other rules and such, just make sure we capture everything today. So again, you'll be using any of the catch boards. So the metal ones, the Catch X, the old school ones, anything catch brand is acceptable, but that is the only kind of catch board that will be available. We might have a few extras in case if, somebody loses one or something like that. Like I'm going to be bringing the 5 that I have.
I'll have an extra one too.
Yep. So yeah, we'll have you guys covered with that if need be. The other big rule change that we are having this year is we are going to allow you guys to touch, pinch the tails, any way, shape, or form. So if you have your hand kind of on the tail, trying to manipulate to get that extra length, that's fine with us. We're pretty certain, there aren't any people who are going to be trying to cut tails in these tournaments with us. So, but if, we come across any issues or something like that, we'll definitely be reaching out to folks and everything. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of what other big things we had.
So board checks Friday night, and then if folks can't check their board Friday night, they're driving down. You want to touch on that?
Yeah. So if you guys can't make it to the captain's meeting, whether you're just running late, getting in really late, or whether you're driving down first thing Saturday morning, that's totally cool. We will be announcing probably 3 different launches that will have staff members at from a certain time frame, waiting to check your boards, and then also give you the wristband identifier for day 1. So we will announce that at the live captain's meeting that will be broadcasted. And then once that broadcast is over, then we'll also shoot out an email and Tourney X message to all the anglers, letting them know where the locations are going to be and who's going to be where and all that other fun stuff.
And I want to just throw out there, because I know last year we only had maybe 2 or 3 folks that couldn't make it to the captain's meeting. If you know you're not going to go, send us a message on the Paddle and Fin Facebook page. Email through Tourney X, email paddle, the letter N, and fin@gmail.com, and let us know you're not going to be there. And then also let us know what ramp you're thinking about planning on going out of, because it helps us make those decisions. And it may be one of those things where, right, like there's only 2 people that aren't going to make the captain's meeting. We can just go straight to your ramp and meet you there, rather than meeting somewhere else up the road, and then you're having to drive out of the way. So we want to make this as convenient as possible for you guys. So if you can help us help you, shoot us a message so that way we can make sure you're not going way out of your way come tournament morning. We want you to be fresh, ready to go, getting on the water on time, and all those good things. We do not want to hold you up at all. So if you know you're not going to be to the check-in, please let us know ahead of time and what area of the lake you think you're going to go out of. And then also, brain fart. Also, I'll come back to that because I totally spaced that out. I'm sorry. Oh, captain's meeting will be streamed live right here where you guys are watching now. Facebook, YouTube pages. We will be having live updates throughout the day on both the Facebook, the YouTube. You could have folks watch Tourney X, where the tournament's hosted, to watch the leaderboard and things like that.
Yeah, buddy. So let's see here. I have the cutoff time to sign up on Tourney X by next Friday, which is the 21st at 5 p.m. So if you're going to wait till the last minute, you only have until 5 p.m. that Friday night. So make sure you get signed up at least before then. That way we know who's all signed up and who's all going to make the captain's meeting and who's not. And that way we don't have to track people down at, 4 o'clock in the morning. Let's see here. So, we will be having a board check starting at about 5 o'clock on the 21st, which also means that is also the pre-fishing end time. So you must be completely off and out of the water by that time as well. We're having the captain's meeting start at 6 p.m. sharp. So make sure you are there if you are in town by then. If you get in late or are having trouble getting in late or something like that, let us know. We'll stick around, or we can come find you if you're coming in about, 9, 10 o'clock or whatnot. So timeline of events for day one. So we have 5:30 a.m. is the official launch time. So this is before actual sunrise. So if you have you will need a 360 light on your kayak since it will be before sunrise. If you do not have a working 360 light on your kayak, then you must wait to launch until it is official sunrise, which is... I did not put that on here. I will get that looked up. So lines in is at 5:45, and then lines out is at 2 p.m., and then you have to be checked in and have all of your fish submitted by 3:30. And then 4 o'clock, we'll have the captain's meeting, and then we'll have a dinner to all of our registered anglers. And then if you have, a spouse, significant other friends that are coming in to, come hang out, have a good time, looks like it's going to be $10 a meal. And then,
yes.
Awesome. We'll have dollar draft beer served as well. And then Sunday, kind of the same thing. Launch at 5:30. Lines in at 5:45. Lines out at 2. 3:30 is check-in deadline and submission deadline. And then 4 p.m. is the awards ceremony. Get it? Got it? Good?
So one thing I wanted to throw out there is Thomas Langston, who's in the chat, he's with Tightline Anchors. They're going to be on site. They're going to have some demo anchors for guys to try. And I believe he is getting in town Thursday. And he will be over by the marina hanging out with the paddle and fin crew, I'm sure. He's a real goofy Canadian guy, fiery red hair, short glasses, kind of like these. And, hit him up. If you guys want to try out their K5 anchor, super cool. They will have some for sale as well. But we just announced last week, I believe it was, or the week before. Jay is putting in the chat 6:54 is sunrise Saturday, and then he put 5:57. There's an hour difference in sunrise, bro. I'm sure that's 6:57.
Did I really just do that?
Yeah, you did. I was like, wait
You
a
know
minute,
what? I was having difficulties. Like, I forgot I put on airplane mode.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
okay. So that first one's wrong.
All right. Good job, Jay. Good job.
So
over under
Saturday is actually
just
5:58 a.m.
okay.
Okay, so let me go back here.
Sorry.
So back to that. The good folks at Tightline are giving an anchor away to the furthest traveled angler. So if you're coming from a distance, you got a good chance that you're going home with a free anchor. Thomas says Jay's on the liquor. Probably. But we will have a door package for everybody that shows up. Both check-in, either Friday. If you don't get it Friday night, we'll have your little gift pack Saturday when you come to check in. We got some great sponsors again this year, so nobody is going home empty-handed. So it's a win-win. 100% payback, no PayPal fees, no Tourney X fees taken out of the prize pool. 100+% goes back to the anglers. Paddle and Fin always kicks in a little extra. And I can't say exactly how much, but big bass every day is getting juiced. And if you're on big fish, but not very many of them, it's going to be worth showing up. I can say that much.
Yeah, boy.
So, did I miss anything, Susie? Let's go back to lodging because I kind of flew through all that stuff. If you haven't booked lodging yet, Eastport is offering free camping up by the barn where the check-in is, and you'll have access to a bathroom. You'll have access to power to charge batteries, things like that. Richard did drop in the chat. One cabin did come available. I'm not sure how many houseboat rooms are still available, but if there is some left, they charge $50 a night. You have a bed, a shower, bathroom. There's full kitchens in those things. So if you want to make your meals, even though we encourage you to go over to the restaurant, Fisher's Place, the food is phenomenal. They'll have deals on food all weekend. If you guys want a sack lunch, and we've talked about this before, they are notorious for their sack lunches. You get a sandwich, a bag of chips, a piece of fruit, a drink. That brown paper bag is stuffed to the brim, and you can pick those up at check-in, and also Saturday after check-in. I take these out with me on the water. It is good to snack on, and not only that, but it fills you up and holds you over after being on the water for a few hours, things like that. So it's super cool. And if you want that, I forget what they charged. It was something cheap, right? Like $5.
Yeah, it was super cheap.
Don't quote me on the price, but it was like $5 to $8, I think. And just order that ahead of time with the marina. You can call the marina directly, or you can probably shoot them an email. Their website is eastport.info. I'm going to pull up the phone number here because I don't remember it off the top of my head. 931-879-7511. Again, area code 931-879-7511. If you want a room on a houseboat, make sure you call that number. Tell them how much I got a total.
Ooh.
Text me the total, Richard. Text me the total.
We can make up a number.
Yeah. I know. So Richard and Eastport, they are a kayak shop. So if you're in need of some accessories while you're there, maybe you're in the market for a new kayak. Richard has expressed that he's going to have some pretty amazing deals. They're below dealer costs, or not dealer costs, but below MSRP. So he cannot advertise those. But I'm telling you right now, if you need a new Bending Branches paddle, you're going to want to bring a little extra cash with you.
Yes, definitely. Like, bring some money, man. If you're looking for one, this is probably the best chance you'll have to get one at a good price.
Holy crap. Holy crap. I got to respond to this. Hold on one second.
Too good to be true.
Yeah, so
this is a big number for big bass, boys and girls.
Ooh.
like you tell them there's no takes back.
No takebacks.
I just got to clarify if it's for each day or that number split between the 2 days.
Like, is there
Before
a
I
decimal
announce
missing?
something and I'm going broke because I said something wrong. Also, I just got a text message from old Tightline. He is saying he will have a package that they're giving away. Oh, the package will include a hat, t-shirt, breakaway kit, decals, and a $50 gift card. Okay, so he clarified. You guys ready for this?
How we should just leave for the end.
Ooh, leave them in suspense.
I'm telling you right now, this is a big bass number. Like, you're going to want to just go find big bass is what I'm saying.
Ooh.
Okay.
Right.
You want me to say it now or just wait?
I mean, it's up to you, man. I mean, the ball's ultimately in your court. The information is in your head.
All right. So I don't know everybody that's involved in this, but I did take a phone call from Richard earlier today. And he drove around and he made some phone calls. I know Pepsi is involved. I know the local Chamber of Commerce is involved, and a few other outfits in that area of Tennessee. Each day, and this does not include what's taken out for big bass out of your entry fee, because $5 a day out of your entry fee goes to big bass. So $10 total goes to big bass, depending on the number of entrants. But on top of that, $1,400 each day, $2,800 total. If you catch the big bass each day, you're going home with 2,800 bones.
Man, I might even go drop shot for like 7 hours.
Dude.
$1,400 day one, $1,400 day two, plus the $5 each day coming out of the entry fees.
Well,
So
there's ever a reason to tell your friends.
I think I'm fishing the tournament, boys and girls.
I'm saying, I'm just gonna find a nice point and just hang out.
So with all that being said, right, like huge thank you to Richard DeVries, Eastport Marina. They always go way above and beyond what they have done for us and what I hope you guys do for them. We cannot thank Richard enough. He has been super gracious with us since day one, since we've been down there. They're like family to us, him, Wendy, Nathan, the whole crew at Eastport Marina. So huge thank you to them for that. But with that being said, like Jay said, tell your friends, get everybody you know, let's go.
That's right.
Because this is how things build up over the years.
That pot gets bigger
I
and bigger.
almost want to try to throw in an
Okay. So in typical Richard DeVries fashion, he just sent me a text saying There are still vendors waiting, 4 vendors waiting for approval. So he's just saying. So I don't know if that means more or what, but it's always a surprise when Mr. DeVries is involved. So again, you guys are going to want to be there. There's a lot of cash up for grabs, not only from the entry fees, but for Big Bass. So you could have the worst day ever, but catch the one big fish of the day,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going home with some bread.
That's right. Pay for your trip and where you're staying.
And then some.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I will take anybody's intel that wants to be shared with me, and I will get out there. But I am going to drop the link to sign up down in the chat. Obviously, it's in the show notes as well. It's in the show notes of every Paddle and Fin podcast. So if you guys are looking for it, that's where it's at. But yeah, huge announcement coming out of Eastport Marina tonight, boys and girls.
Dun dun.
Shoo boy.
Sure is a quaint little place too. It's pretty nice down there. It's nice.
I know a guy that's getting married down there on a Thursday.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a weird day. Why would you do
Just saying.
that? That's so weird. You know.
On a Thursday.
Hey, I guess magic happens during the week too, right?
All right, so here we go. Susie's now incentivizing me as well. So, all right. Anybody that gets somebody to sign up, have them shoot us a message that you sent them.
And how about this? If you can prove and show that you get 5 people to sign up, so pay and register for this tournament, I'll give you a little incentive. If you can prove to me that you'll get 5 people to sign up for the tournament and actually come compete, I'll give you $100.
I knew you were going to say 100.
And
Pay for the entry.
And I'm gonna jump on top of that and $100 out of my pocket. So
Ooh.
you got your entry fee plus some gas money. If you get 5 people to sign up, John Rapp, you do not count. I'm telling that right now. Your guys are already signed up. So yeah. So, and I know not only that, but Richard has an incentive going as well. If you get 5 people to sign up from your state, he's going to do a little drawing for that as well. So this is what we do, guys. We make this fun. This isn't all about like, I got to go down and pre-fish 8 days and win the tournament, right? This is a fun event. It's all about community. It's all about family. The kayak fishing community is our family. We just want you guys to come down, have a great time, cut it up at Eastport Marina, go home with something extra. You know, I mean, there's so much stuff that's given out at this event. Like basically, even if you don't place in the money, you're going home with pretty much your entry fee. So, maybe slightly less, but you know, there is so much stuff up for grabs. There's so much incentives to come to this event. It's going to be a pretty crazy time. You know, as far as, you know, prizes, money, incentives, things like that. So we just look forward to seeing all you fine folks down there. We've had people come year after year and they bring more and more people with them. And it's just cool to see this event grow and grow and grow every year. So we're super stoked. Don't be hindered by the signups. We got a bunch of Tennessee folks that haven't signed up yet. We got a bunch of Ohio folks that haven't signed up yet. People from the north. So gonna be a really, really fun event, and we look forward to it. Jay, what are you looking forward to the most?
Seeing Richard.
That's it?
No, it's a great place, man. You always hear me talk about it. It's beautiful there. I mean, even even if you don't come for the fishing, right? I mean, it's still a great place to hang out with everybody and so just experience a great spot in Tennessee. It actually kind of made me fall in love with it, and that's why I moved here. So I mean,
And that's why you're getting married there too.
It's pretty contagious. Yeah, geez, he's like talk about this every time we're on
a Thursday.
Yes, and I'm getting married there, like the same spot, like same place where we're gonna do all the awards is where I'm gonna get married
on a Thursday.
In like a month.
Oh, I just noticed this. Richard did drop in the chat. Thursdays are for tightwads.
I mean, he ain't lying.
Wow.
Burn.
Right.
Wow.
Can't wait to wear my camouflage vest, man.
I'm assuming this is John Rapp, Little Red Cooler. Do you want to share what the Little Red Cooler is about, Jay?
I don't even know. Do I?
Susie will share that. So you're out, Susie's in.
Gotcha.
If you don't know about the Little Red Cooler, all I'll say is give it 10 minutes and you'll be feeling real good.
Oh, gotcha. I know exactly what you're talking about.
John Rapp likes to taint the participants with his West Virginia moonshine. So he goes around and says, Hey, Big Daddy, you get a little taste test yet? You need to try this. Come on, sit down, get you some.
Hey, Rapp, bring some apple pie.
Yeah.
That stuff's good.
He is bringing, oh gosh, I forget what kinds. There's a cherry, I think a blackberry, and a couple other different kinds. I'm trying to remember what
you say. Apple pie weird.
Apple pie.
So before Jay gets all excited about moonshine, Susie, what are you looking forward to the most about this event?
Oh, what am I not looking forward to? The first thing I'm definitely looking forward to is just laughing my ass off for, 5 days straight, because, not only between Brian and Jay, but everybody else, it's a good time. I mean, we're all super laid back. We're out in the middle of nowhere. We're having a good time. Brian's setting off the smoke alarm in the cabin, trying to make breakfast for everybody. And then, he'll piss off Adam because he's got the TV going and got his phone going at the same time.
Get over it, Adam.
He's like, I can only eavesdrop it on one thing at a time.
Oh, shit. But just, I hear that the fishing has been really good lately, and it's just going to keep getting better. Each year it's been kind of sort of, hit and miss a little bit, but I think we're going to be perfect timing this year. I think a lot of fish are going to be caught, and I'm also looking forward just to catching some smallies, man. Like, I've only been out twice this year, and the last time I was out before that was like June of last year because of my shoulder. So I'm just looking forward just to getting out, catching fish, having fun with all y'all, and drinking some moonshine too.
Oh boy. It's gonna be that kind of party.
Oh yeah. I just want to say, just a little reminder: be safe on the water. Do not be drinking while you're in the tournament. That is illegal.
That is true.
But afterwards, hey.
Yeah, you'll get Susie cued if you're doing something illegal on the water.
Susie cued.
I personally just look forward to seeing all the faces that I don't get to see on a daily basis and talk to all the anglers. And, I just like seeing them have a good time and enjoying their time on the water. And you hit it right, Susie. Like, past couple of years, we've done it earlier in April. We've had some bad weather. We've had high water. We've had low water. We've had dirty water, clean water. This year, the weather is going to be phenomenal. I know the temperatures are going to be in the 70s, so we should be hitting it right on the head. I know water temps have started to come up, so those fish should be right on bed. If not, just coming off, which means they're going to be putting on the feed bag. So I think, like Susie said, there's going to be a lot of fish being caught a lot of big fish being caught, a lot of big bags, and a lot of incremental changes in the leaderboard. You know what I mean? So it's a good time. I mean, the one thing that always sticks out to me is I forget what angler it was, came one year, and he came up to me and he goes, I've never been to a weigh-in where there's a chandelier in the room. And that just says something, right? Like the venue that Eastport lets us hold this in is absolutely phenomenal. It's one of the most beautiful places I've been. Dale Hollow is just a 5-star fishery and just scenery, 5-star scenery too. So Zach Solaire's in the chat. What's up, buddy?
Oh, yeah.
In case you missed the announcement, Big Bass day 1, extra $1,400. Big Bass day 2, extra $1,400. If you get 5 people to sign up and come to the event, there's an extra $200 coming your way. So there's some incentives there, my friend. Zach is coming from Northern Michigan. So yeah, excited to see him down there. I haven't seen Zach in a hot minute. So, but yeah, man, just the camaraderie and it's always cool to see all the guys from different states coming and sharing their knowledge and their waters and what they do and things like that, man. It's just a good old time. I love the community aspect and the get together aspect of it. Good response, Jay.
I was gonna say, you're really typing?
That's me. It's Adam's keyboard. It's a clackety clackety clack one. So like when I try to type quietly on it, it's just like.
Yeah. I like my keyboards give me a little attitude back too, just so I know they work. Get those little soft ones. I don't feel like I'm like, is this thing even on? Like, is this working?
Yeah.
I don't like it. I gotta have a little something to punch.
A little something something.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But
Sure,
Dale Hollow, if you didn't know, it's world record smallmouth fishery. But don't sleep on the largemouth bass because they are just as big, if not bigger. But world record smallmouth came out of there. It was what we looked it up one time. I think it was like 11 pounds, 9 ounces or something like that. But I know Richard said on the last podcast we did with him, 4 out of the top 5 largest smallmouth have come out of Dale Hollow Lake.
11 pounds, 15 ounces.
Oh, 15 ounces. My bad.
1955.
Yeah. But there's been multiples over 8 caught on that lake, recently, which is unbelievable. And I've been, you could follow I think it's Dale Hollow fishing reports. And there has been some really nice fish being posted up on that Facebook page as well. So just saying, maybe get a little insight, do some investigating, get you prepared for the greatest event kayak fishing has ever known.
Yeah, buddy.
That's like low budget applause. We're top notch here, people.
Yeah.
That's organic.
That's organic.
All natural, baby.
All natural. Oh, natural.
Too funny.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, if anybody has any questions in regards to the event, feel free to reach out and we'll get those answered. Richard corrected me as usual. It's Fish Dale Hollow is the name of the Facebook page. So check that out. There's been a lot of good fish.
Look, he's even got a small smallmouth. Right there.
Don't sleep on Richard. He catches giant smallmouth.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
All the time. And it's usually right before we get there. And he's like, yeah, I'll go show you the spot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's fished it out.
Yeah. He better be catching big fish. He's on the water all the time.
Yeah. Well,
like if anybody should be catching fish, it should be Richard.
He usually does.
Them the rules.
He tells all his guests down there at the marina where to go, and then they, throw him an extra bone or two,
Sounds splendid.
Yeah. Anybody else got anything else they want to add to this before we start closing down?
We've
show.
also got our Paddle and Fin Noobs champion heading down to fish with us as well. If you don't remember, Cheryl Bentley had punched her ticket last October during the fish off to see who would be 2022's noob champion. So she'll be joining us. I believe she's going to be coming in Wednesday, I believe. I'll double check with her again sometime soon, but looking forward to having another lady coming down and showing you boys how it's done. So.
What do you mean? Jay will be there?
I mean, I
You
don't
know, nowadays that's accepted. I don't know why you're making fun of me.
Can't wait to see your face on a can of Bud Light, Jay. We won't go there. Change the topic. No, Susie, so why don't you tell the folks about that? Because we don't really talk about the noobs tournaments too much on this show, and I know we should do a better job of that. But tell folks what the noobs tournament is. I know a lot of folks here are probably more experienced kayak fishermen, but there are some newer kayak fishermen that listen to the OG show. Give them the rundown of what the noobs tournaments are and the championship.
Absolutely. So we host a month-long tournament every month, starting in March, going all the way to September, and then October is when we have our championship. It's a month-long tournament. Entry fee is only $10. But the whole main goal of it is for you to get more experience out on the water, not only just fishing, but learning the ways of tournament fishing as well. So things such as how to properly hold the fish on the board, how to take the best photo, trying to keep the mouth closed, learning about like deductions that some of the major trails have, and other little tidbits like that. And the Facebook page is also a really great group that you can join as well to help, encourage each other and to, learn more yourself about the world of kayak fishing. And so the way that how it kind of all works is whoever the winner is of each month, they automatically get qualified to participate in the championship in October. And so we'll take all of those people if they're able to, and we'll have kind of a, I think there's a technical term for it. I can't remember what it is, but we'll have a span of 5 days for fishing, but you can only choose one day to fish. And so you got to think about, planning, timing, and all that other stuff. And so whatever day you sign up for is the day you get signed up for. There's no turning back. If there's bad weather, that's just the name of the game. And then whoever wins out of that championship will then get their ticket punched for the next year's Dale Hollow event that we're having here coming up next weekend. And each champion does get invited to compete against the other previous champions for the current year championship noobs tournament. I know I said champion a lot.
Who is not eligible to fish those tournaments?
So if you have consistently fished in big tournaments such as KDF, Hobie, Bass, or if I take a look at your Tourney X page and you've competed in 50 plus tournaments, I would say that you're a pretty well seasoned angler and you know what you're doing. But if you're brand new, you've never fished a kayak tournament, or maybe you fished a couple of events and just haven't done worth a darn, then hey, come on and join us. And even if you don't win any of the noobs tournaments, you can still come back each month and compete again. And, you can still compete each year as well. I mean, we've had some guys who are still, struggling in some areas, but, they feel like they get a good benefit of not only being on the Facebook page, but just competing in the tournaments as well to hone in on their skills and get more comfortable with the tournament aspect of kayak fishing.
And not only that, if you're an advanced angler as well, like I encourage you to join that page and give out little tidbits of advice and encouragement and things like that, because that goes a long way for a beginner kayak fisherman, you know. I saw the other day, the one guy was out fishing for the noobs tournament. He caught a huge brook trout, and I was just like, holy smokes. And I threw a comment out there. I was like, man, I'd rather catch that than a big bass, just because that was a trophy brook trout. I mean, that was huge.
Yeah.
And it hit top water too. And I was like, oh man, that's even better. But yeah, just giving words of encouragement to those beginner anglers is a huge deal.
That's right.
I just like to put Jay on the spot.
Well, he's muted. So.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he muted himself. Yeah.
Right.
Look how angry he gets.
Stupid button.
Oh, Jimmy Skinner, what did you miss?
Oh.
Just the fact
that?
that Big Bass Day 1 pot is getting juiced $1,400, and Big Bass Day 2 pot is getting juiced $1,400. That's all you missed, man. Just small little details, you know. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, jeez. Can you take me off?
No, because I know how uncomfortable
on the
this makes
podcast,
you.
Brian's got me on this stupid screen right now.
I know how uncomfortable this makes you right now, so I'm just leaving you.
Just bring up another tab. That way
I'm at the
you're
point.
not even looking at yourself.
I'm at the point where I'm like looking at my desk, looking for stuff to give away. You know, like I mean, like this one of a kind dealer's tag
Dealer
for your keys. I mean, this came off a pretty cool truck. I'm just saying.
That's too funny.
Top of the line right there.
Langston says nervous in Vegas.
Yeah.
Jimmy says you can see the discomfort. I love it.
Yeah. I don't even, who is that guy anyway? He keeps talking.
Who is that?
Oh, that's too funny. Too funny, man. Well, let's close it out. Susie, any final thoughts, tidbits, things you want to throw out there?
You know, even if you don't want to compete, you can always come down and join us for the captain's meetings, for the dinner, just to hang out, meet the crew or whatever. Hit us up, you know. We're pretty friendly. I mean, we don't bite too hard. At least I don't think Jay does anyway.
I don't even know if that's worth arguing. It's like a trap either way.
I'm gonna move past that one.
Yeah, you should probably let alone.
There's many jokes underlying there that could be thrown out. I mean, just ask Ryan Milford. He knows how hard it is. Right?
This is true. Like, why am I even here again? You don't need me.
Well, Jay, you know, I've actually been waiting to see that orange cattail just pop up.
Yeah. He's not in here.
Facebook users bringing their wife with them this year. I'm not sure who that is, but that'll be cool.
You have a good relationship if that's the case.
That's right.
I mean, if she's coming along.
Facebook user, reveal your identity in the chat.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Jay Randall, final thoughts, tidbits, anything like that?
No, I think I used to like you guys and I don't anymore, so I'm pretty much done talking to you.
Is that why you moved away?
That's one of the reasons. Yeah. Just one. Nah, it's gonna be a good, you know, come out, man. It's I just can't say enough about it. You really got to experience it. You know, the barn where we're gonna be at, it's on 90 acres.
Yeah.
You know, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's like the backdrop, you've got like the woods and you can see the water through it. So I mean, it's pretty cool. You know, Richard and the fam, very nice people. You know, bending over definitely backwards for you.
Yep.
You know, trying to make it the best thing, you know, the best experience that it can be. You know, and that's what it should be. You know, it should be enjoyable. I mean, yeah, you're going to have your, you know, your tournament side of it, you know, where you're getting out there trying to put some money in the bank, but at the same time, you can have a good time doing it.
Yeah. I'm empty-handed either. So
True.
very cool, man. Yeah, I echo what Jay just said. It's a wonderful place, wonderful time, wonderful people. Just looking forward to getting down there, seeing everybody, having a great time, and just getting on the water and just making sure everybody has a great time for sure. So thanks everybody for tuning in. If you got any questions, feel free to shoot us a message on the Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube, the email paddle, the letter N, fin@gmail.com or pnftrail@gmail.com. Susie gets all those messages. So if it's a tournament rule or something like that question, email pnftrail@gmail.com. We'll get those questions answered for you, but we are super excited to see everybody there. Because of the event next Thursday, there will be no OG show. I will be on the road traveling down, but all the rest of the shows will be up as usual. But no OG show next week, but we will more than likely go live Friday night from Eastport. We typically do that, set up the microphones, the webcam, and sit down with all the hosts together and just shoot the breeze, tell stories, and have some laughs. So look forward to that next week. We won't be here Thursday night, but watch out Friday night. I'm sure we'll be live and chatting it up and cutting it up with you guys. So look forward to seeing everybody next weekend. Until next time, boys and girls, tight lines, smooth paddle. Peace.